Okay, these are our two test samples to be heated and pressurized, made of CPVC. One's connected to the Sharkbite fitting, and the other one's connected to a sweat fitting, going to standard threaded fitting. Both are going to be pressurized. They're both capped on the bottom end and suspended in the oven at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 hours. Before we do that, however, we're going to pressurize them and submerge this whole rig underwater to make sure that there are no leaks before we do the test. Okay, right off the bat we have some leaks where we used Teflon tape. So we're going to take those joints apart and use Teflon paste and then redo the test. Okay, all the leaky joints have been reseated with Teflon paste, and we've pressurized up to 50 psi, somewhere around there, which is beyond what we're going to be testing at, and everything looks fine. So now we will partially fill both pipes with antifreeze, and then put them in the oven. All right, we're going to load the test samples with about 10 cc's. Actually, more like 5 cc's. Lock that in place, and same thing on this one. Okay, so now that that's set, we'll turn the oven on, let it heat up, and then we'll start our timer. Okay, just a quick side note here. The masking tape marks out where the control box is going to be installed. That will house PLC and the proportional air regulator and the solenoid valves that will activate each zone for testing. You can see touchscreen is driving it crazy. We added a piece of cardboard under the specimen test subject so that if it does leak, we'll see a wet spot on the cardboard tomorrow. Okay, failure. We need to replace the, you can see it, replace the regular PVC with CPVC throughout. Kind of predictable, but we're hoping it really good. Okay, this is setup 2.0. After a quick trip to Lowe's Home Improvement, we're going with all metal here, except for the barb fitting that connects to the hose, because we didn't have one right now. Anyway, the next step is to do the leak test, make sure everything's fine before we put it in the oven. Okay, let's crank up the pressure. Okay, we have one leak. We just need to tighten up that fitting. Okay, looks like that did it. Pressure is at 50 psi and no leaks. So I think we're good to go. Okay, this is test setup 2.0. Now we're going to fill the specimen with antifreeze and then install them. Start this one up again. System's on, heating up. We'll hang out for about an hour or so just to make sure everything's alright, and then we'll check it out tomorrow. Okay, we're back. It's a little after 12 noon. Just a touch over 12 hours running time for the system. Still at 130 and 25 psi. So let's shut it down and see what the condition of our samples is. Okay, I'm hearing some hissing. Show where it's coming from, and it's coming from supply line, not the samples, and these are quite rigid. Okay, that's coming from up here as I'm typing. So it means that both of these are options for the test bulb. My vote would be to go with the Sharkbite. And just today, the Parker rep from Parker Hannafin was here, and he saw the setup, and he says they have quick to connect fittings, their version of Sharkbite, that are rated at higher temperature. So he's going to send me some information on that, right? But I think we're good with either of these. There's no leak of the fluid from either one of those. Okay.